Now, some professors at the University of Cape Coast, where the running mate to presidential candidate of the NDC was vice-chancellor, have been speaking about the leadership qualities of Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyemang, whilst others believe she did her best while she occupied that position. Some others believe, apart from her academic record, there's nothing basically to show for it in terms of leadership. Professor George Opoku Oduro, former Pro-VC of UCC, and Professor Kwame Osei Kwarteng, current Dean of the Faculty of Arts, who both occupied various positions under the leadership of Professor Opoku Agyemang, have been sharing their thoughts.
So I wish her all the best. She's a very good friend of mine. And people will not vote based on the fact that she's coming from this place.
I also remember her contribution so far as internationalization is concerned. Because of her links with the UNESCO, she projected the university to that level. Of course, leadership, people will have different perspectives. It is just like describing the lion, the elephant, you know. People will look at the tail, others will look at the bottom. But for me, this is a woman who has actually excelled in what I would describe as a typically masculine-dominated environment, which hardly permitted women to rise to that highest epic. She contested with others in terms of pro-vice-chancellorship. She lost, and not many people thought she could become a vice-chancellor, but she contested with others, and she became the vice-chancellor. And she succeeded during the 4 years, you know. So we may not have perfection, but I believe that this is a woman who exhibited visionary leadership. My expectation, one of the things, if we look at the fact that globally, the United Nations globally, if you look at Sustainable Development Goal 5, talking about gender equity, one expectation I really hope she will bring on board to help the flag bearer of the NDC, and for that matter, the NDC as a party and of the nation, is to propel female representation on leadership activities. In fact, if we consider the fact that the Constitution of Ghana itself promotes equal opportunities, irrespective of gender, but the fact that even in Parliament, the percentage of women in Parliament are low, and the fact that if you interact with a number of female at our secondary schools, in our universities, a number of them are not encouraged. They assume that certain positions are for men, so they will not even dare.
You want me to give you my candid view so far as her leadership as vice-chancellor is concerned. Some people were not happy. Do you get me? During her tenure as the vice-chancellor of this university, I was UTAC president, UTAC executive at that time, and I know very much the concerns of most of our members. And some of the people who were his immediate subordinates, some of them were not happy about what was going on. She became a minister of state as the Minister of Education, one of the powerful ministries in this country. And you all know, I don't have to tell you, if there had not been a change of government, Professor Nana Opoku Agyemang was introducing a new policy with respect to book and research allowance. He said that he was going to introduce National Research Fund in place of book and research allowance. And we argue vehemently against that, but she didn't listen to us. You were only saved by the bell that when there was a change of government and the new government decided not to go on with that policy.